Alright, today we're going to cut open a pumpkin and we're going to make a spider out of it with a special spider kit.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living!
It takes a couple knives to do this. So I have this knife here that I got, and I'm going to use this one to cut the head. Now if you cut it straight, it's not going to do that much good. The pumpkin head will fall out. So you've got to cut at an angle. For how big the cap has to be. It's going to take some time to get the cap out. The cap has to be big enough because you have to put your arms inside to take all of the fibers out and the seeds. Now we could use the $2 knife that we got at a 99-cent store, which is copper, and see that makes it easier. Once you have it cut, then you can use the serrated knife to tidy it up. Okay, so there's the top. Now you see you don't have much room in there to put your arm in there. So the cap really needs to be bigger. Now what we're going to do next, we're going to cut the top off over here, like this. I'm going to put these seeds in this container over here, which I have in the sink. So this is going to be able to be reused again and again. Okay? Now so that we find this that's easier, we're going to make a little notch in it. And you find a place where it fits the best, and you make a notch next to it. So right here you'd know for sure that's where the cap is. So I'm going to take the cap off. I'm going to cut another layer off the top. Because you don't want it too big. There. Okay, so you don't need any of this stuff. Now we're going to put this to the side. And now the fun part is going to be to go inside and scrape out this pumpkin. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up a little bit, like this. So you can put your arm in there. Isn't that going to be fun? And just put all your pieces of your pumpkin into your strainer, which is in the sink. Okay, then you get a big spoon, like a big gigantic spoon. And you reach in, and this is the weird part. Sometimes people just grab their hands and they just pull the seeds out like that. And sometimes it's a little bit faster. Now you can eat these seeds. You can fry them in the oven. In my earlier videos, you'll see some videos on how that. And I'll put the links in that in my comments section. To how to eat pumpkin seeds. So just pull this off. The cleaner the pumpkin is, the better it is, at least. So in the next couple days, it's going to be Halloween, and this pumpkin will be all ready for your guests at your door. Now you can't do these too early, because what happens if you do it too early, they just rot. They'll be mildewy and everything else. Now that's kind of ghoulish all by itself. So you can do it if that's what you want, you can do that. But they start to smell kind of bad. Okay, now there's a piece of skin that's come off. We did that when we were cutting it, sizing. I'm just going to take that off. You look inside and you get all the seeds out. Let me show you inside the pumpkin. See? Let's see, there's some more over here. We got like 6 left. They're evading me. Right. Okay, and then you take your big spoon and you try to take some of the filament out of it. At least on the bottom where that Because for me, I'm going to use a battery operated flashlight so that when the pumpkin's all pulled out, it'll glow in the dark. Not easy to do. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing it from the bottom and pulling it up with my spoon. And then do some more on the bottom. Pick up what you got. Keep on going until you get as much as you can out of it. Okay, now some people like to do this to their pumpkin. What they do is they don't cut off the heads like I did. They buy these kits. This is a kit for a pumpkin. They put this in. It's got a spike on here, so they put this in like that, and then they put these legs, and this could be a spider pumpkin. Looks more like a bat right now. So you could do it a little lower so that when it's on the ground, it looks more like a spider. So you see the legs? And then you do the same thing on all the sides. Now I got this at a bazaar, a sale that they were having in our neighborhood. There's no real instructions with these. All like this comes up, it's all wrapped up in cellophane. And what you just do is you poke it in. You just have to be careful your fingers aren't around that poking there. So you see, you can have your pumpkin, you could have it look like that. And that way you'd have your spider. Or you could carve out a face into it, which is what I'm going to be doing next. I won't have this thing there, but I'll leave the legs on because it'll look cool. So you're seeing the scary pumpkin spider, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the faces and we're going to put our mask into it, our flashlight into it, turn off the lights and take a quick look at it, and it'll be all ready for tomorrow. Alright, so what I do, it doesn't always work, but for the most part, I draw the eyes ahead of time so that this part over here would be cut out. And for the mouth, and that's also a hard part, I try to make it so it's like a W over and over again. And then I kind of go like this. Now, unfortunately, as you're doing this, you're basically creating as you go. So watch me as I do this. I'm going to do the eyes. And you have to be careful how you're using your knife. So this is a serrated knife. And then I just saw through. And the same thing for the eyes. And then there it is, the top part. And then I poke it back. Sometimes I can poke it out with the other side, but I can see this one's being difficult. It's getting there. Okay, so there's the eyes. Now, you see there's too much of a sliver there, so I'm going to have to cut into the side of the wall of the pumpkin to allow some light to come out. There, now it's looking a little bit better. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Just always have to know where your other hand is and the knife is. And then we're going to cut this one here. And then here. And it's the same problem. We have to cut inside the wall a little bit more of the pumpkin to allow the light to come through. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting inside the pumpkin. Okay, let's see if we can push it out. And you just got to keep on playing it until you can get that opening to come out. There. You can't see it very well, but it's there. Okay, and in the mouth, it's going to be more like this. I'm going to cut one side of it. And you're going to pull your knife out and you're going to pull it back in. And you're going to somewhat try to follow the marks on the marker. And it's going to be a lot like the other time. You might have to cut into the pumpkin to be able to get the mouth to come out. And of course it doesn't always work, but on the top here you already know you have a mark on that side, so you're going to come down and then you go back up the other way for the teeth. And sometimes you have no choice but to make it bigger than what you originally have. And that's the thing about the pumpkins, you can do that. Now if you're just a child, you want to get someone who's comfortable with a knife, because you can cut yourself on doing this. And they have these kits that you can get at Walmart that help you follow better, that make your pumpkin even more ghoulish. It's just a matter of playing with it. I'm going to get the ends here. You do the bottom part. Okay, now it's a matter of getting it out. And if it doesn't come out, let me see. Oh yeah, I see it. You might have to pull the feet out off of your spider pumpkin so that you can maneuver the pumpkin around. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this on the side so you can see what I'm doing and try to figure out why it's not falling out. Okay, so we got that part, and then we're going to have to see where that goes. Okay, so we got that piece out. Let's see. And then if you got that big piece like that out, then you want to make sure you get the other side out first. See how I'm making it bigger? That's what you can do with your pumpkin. You can, just because it's marked on there with a marker doesn't mean you can't change it. And then you get pieces of your pumpkin out. And you'll need to get, then after this, then it's easy. You've got one tooth here, so then you take your knife and you go the other direction, like right here. Oh, okay. And you just adjust it as you go. Alright, see if this will come out. Yep, it did. And then you got this piece here, and that piece here, and you can bring it all the way down. And you can see the mouths coming together now. And you got this piece here, and there's the center piece, and you just keep on doing that until you got the mouth, the scary mouth that you want. And if you wanted to, you can leave pieces in there because it looks like it's even more gnarly. Or you can cut them out because you want the light to come out. Alright, next year we're going to do something different on our pumpkins, but this year I thought we'd do this. It would make a spider pumpkin. So now you have the mouth out. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up all these pieces that fell on the floor. So I'll see you in a little bit and I'll assemble it and show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so now what we've done is we've got the eyes out, we've got the flame inside. Take a look. See, we've got the flame inside. We're going to reassemble the legs. And you can see that because you've got holes in them. So just put the legs back into your pumpkin. plays out into the arm. Okay, so you've got the kit out, and then you want to put the head on. I'm going to turn off the lights and we're going to show you. So we've got to go to the mark here, see if that fits perfectly. Alright, so you see it's a little bit of a glow. Alright, so probably would need a much stronger flashlight. Let's see if we can get one of those. Alright, so you can see the eyes, and you can see this eye over here, and you can see the mouth, and you see how it's glowing. So that's what it'll look like for Halloween. Okay, so this ends our Halloween pumpkin, and we hope to see you in our next video.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.